Welcome back to the Shirabavi Tarot channel. I am your host. Before I begin, I want to shout out Lilo Vanity, a constant beacon of feminine strength. My readings are based on your sidereal or Vedic sun, moon, rising, or Venus. It may differ from the traditional tropical signs of the Western Hemisphere. If you find my reading helpful, donate to nobabyblisters.org or www.ebresearchnetwork.org. All proceeds go towards bandages, pain medicine, or surgery costs for children or young adults suffering from extreme blistering, either internal or external. Hugs should not hurt. If you need further assistance, check the description box. Today we will hone in on the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, finishing with the fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and the cardinal flame. I am a servant of the great work, not its master. Let's start with the Capricorn. So for my Capricorn, you have the Ten of Swords. So there's been some very eye-opening experience for you, Capricorn. There's been a turning point. You've been wounded recently and you're feeling defensive. This is a challenge not to take action and shift your thoughts, not to the person that slighted you, not to the person who did not have your best interest at heart, and focus simply that you deserve better, my Capricorns. How people treat you is more a reflection on how they see themselves more than your actual worth.
May I have your attention, please? Down the circulation. Thank you.
Next, we have the King of Pentacles. You yourself may have male influences in your life, or you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But this is a sign of reliability and confidence. This is the value of success gained through taking the high road, which can be more exhausting, especially when you yourself have watched people walk forward on a straight and narrow path. But when you choose to take the high road, it often comes with more bumps and bruises, but the view is typically much better. So for those of you taking the high road and choosing to turn away from negative influences one way or the other, or turning away from things that you may have done in the past, I applaud you for being steadfast. And your reward, my Capricorns, is the Lover's card. This is a beautiful balance, a dance, a duet between you and one another that may not have happened yet, but it is working in harmony. This is both you and your partner being able to waltz, or you in a situation being able to waltz effortlessly back and forth and being in sync due to the development of character that you have had to displace. So for my Capricorns, you have the Ten of Swords, moving to the King of Pentacles, and finally the Lover's card, the duet, the duality. Now we move forward to Taurus. Taurus. The Fool card. So the new venture calls, new people, new environments, new processes of doing things beckons. There is optimism surrounding you going into not only the summertime, but you all will be celebrating a birthday soon. And prior to the birthday, you are experiencing new beginnings. A word. The Fool card often denotes overwhelming and potentially blinding optimism in the outcomes. Make sure to keep a realistic view of this situation and what it will take. The Judgment card. So the Judgment card, you might have been catching 420, 620, 520. There's been a lot of judgment. So judgment is unyielding, and what is done, what is set is set. There is no if, ands, or buts about the situation. Whatever you are heading towards with this Fool card, judgment has been passed that there are things, someone, something, someplace that must be released. And as stern as this individual looks, this is how serious your guides, the people in your corner, both seen and unseen, feel about you moving forward and releasing something that you may have held very close for a long time. And you end with the Four of Wands. So it seems like that you have already started taking steps on this journey, and it is all right to take a moment of rest and satisfaction. This is freedom from responsibility, pride in the achievement that you should accept and relish in, and taking the pit stop. Right now, between the mountains and the valleys, my Taurus, you are currently in the mountains. So be sure to enjoy how far you've come. look forward to where you have to go, but understand that in these moments they must be enjoyed because there will be valley moments ahead of you. And in those harder times, Taurus, do your best to focus that things can get better or have been better in the past. Moving on towards Virgo. So for my Virgo. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Ooh. So when an earth sign receives the Queen of Wands, it is contradictory energy. There can be a little bit of stubbornness, and you might find yourself at odds with another very straightforward and upfront female in your life. There's been some disagreement in what to do, and this could have been a very heated argument between you and somebody born either in the middle of winter, the closing of summer, or springtime. So a cardinal flame, a Leo, or someone with heavy Leo influence, someone who typically takes charge, and a female as well. I'm getting a female energy. But this person, although their delivery might not be the best, they do have your best interest at heart. And although they may have come across as an adversary, look less at the delivery and what the actual message is. This will help you find a common ground in how you both want to move forward. Both of you have the same goal, but the means to get to the goal is very different. Make sure to analyze not just the shortcomings or where you disagree, but analyze where you agree with this very straightforward person as well. This is going to take some evaluation. So before your next conversation, because you and this Queen of Wands will inevitably have a conversation again, take a moment to reflect on similar situations and where you and your strengths and what you are good at can best benefit the situation. What I'm getting is they might have the better route in where both you and this fire sign want to go. Your goal now is to accept that they might have a better route, but you know yourself. And with you knowing yourself, make sure that along the route, you play to your strengths, what you're good at, what you can do, and how you can best serve the situation and the mission and goal that you two have in common. Focus less on the route and what contributions, what you're good at, and really play towards those. Because Virgo, you typically are a highly talented individual. Make sure that you showcase your talents. Knight of Wands. So with the Knight of Wands, you are restless. You're giving someone more of what they do. Giving someone more of what they do not appreciate or accept will not make someone appreciate you more. This Queen of Wands energy is unyielding. That's why you also grew this Knight of Wands, because trying to convince this individual is like talking to a knight with this bucket, with this helmet on. There is no negotiating. But while you bicker with the person on top of the creature here, you can see that the creature has a bone in its mouth and its eyes are forward. These are the intentions of whoever you're disagreeing with. They're not listening because they actually have a way to get you all where you want to be. And as stubborn as both parties can be, if you just allow and focus on playing to your strengths and reluctantly as you can, agree that they are going to move you in the right direction, you will come out better on the other side, Virgo. That concludes the reading for my earth signs. Now we move to our fire signs. But before we move forward, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, and I appreciate taking the time to indulge in this reading with me. If you are finding this reading helpful or infuriating, if you're a Virgo on this reading, I ask that you donate to nobabyblisters.org or ebresearchnetwork.org. All proceeds go towards pain medicine, bandages, or surgical fees for children or young adults suffering from extreme blistering, both internal or external. Hugs should not hurt. If you need more in-depth on your reading, check the description box. Moving on to Saturday. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in Sagittarius. Three of Cups. So this is celebration. This is a card of momentum. This is a time of sharing spiritual growth. It has not been a crystal staircase recently, Sagittarius. You could have gone through a few things, some setbacks, some disappointments, a lack of motivation. Feels like the fire died out a little bit. But momentum will start to pick back up for you all, and you will have reason to celebrate. The Hermit. So the Hermit is it's a little bit beyond the Hierophant. So there have been opportunity bridgeways. There have been invitations that you have turned down, Sagittarius. And this is reflecting the Hermit because you have been focused on other aspects of your life, certain manifestations, but there is some stability, there is some certainty, which is represented by the staff in the Hermit's hand. So there is a manifestation that you have, and there is somewhere or a flame that you want to move towards. And I'm also getting some hesitancy, but it does look like it is clear for you to move forward, my Sagittarius family. Eight of Wands. So there's a lot of ideas zipping and zapping. There has been a lot of jumping around. There has been a lot of what if. There have been a lot of problem solving energy. There have been a lot of setting of different destinations, and you have been unable to find which destination fits best in where you are and which destination you will get the most fulfillment from. So with all these other wands zipping back and forth, I would suggest focusing on keeping it simple. The KISS principle, keeping it simple. I'm not going to call you all that because we all know Sagittarius are far from that. But with this Eight of Wands, it is swiftness. You need to pause and review the options. And remember, a fanatic increases effort while losing sight of the goal. Make sure you are holding the reins tight enough and keeping the goal in sight instead of just enjoying the gallop, just enjoying the ride. This is not the moment. Make sure that the effort, both you and whatever you're grappling with or whatever is involved in the situation, make sure that the goal that you're headed towards is worth it. So, Leo. Leo, some Ten of Swords energy. There was a situation that you have been disillusioned from. There is someone that has brought negative emotion to you, and you're currently at a turning point. There have been situations that turned out less than stellar. And all that you can take from this is a lesson. Accept the lesson from what it is, because the longer it takes for these lessons to sink in, the more that it begins to irritate the wound that is already there. It is best to heal and move forward and take the lesson as a lesson and be grateful that there is another day to live. Hindsight may be 20/20, but looking forward is what's recommended in this situation. And the King of Cups. Sensitivity. This is grace. This is being open-minded to ideas and offer your emotional stability to others. This is the moment to really be the leader that we know that you all typically are, my Leo placements, and reaching out and being the shoulder for others to cry on, which will help you move forward with this turning point. While there are times to retreat to self At this moment, Leo, you are being called to stand in as the emotional stability. So with the King of Cups, he is typically sensitive. He's a great listener. You have to offer your listening ear, if nothing else, even if you feel like what you have to offer is not up to par to your standard. You would be surprised how much people value your opinion and value who you are, and just to have you as that confidant can make a world of difference to someone else. And you have the King of Wands. So this is standing in your best self. As a fire sign, you could also be dealing with another, taking advice or giving advice to another male fire sign. And this is also expansion. This is a role model for confidence and power. Someone looks up to you, so keep taking the high road and making them proud. This relates back to this Ten of Swords that you received earlier, my Leos. And this is really standing stern and tall in your power. Next, we move to the Cardinal. So you have the Two of Pentacles, which is a small challenge. You need to shift your focus to a different material. For example, if you work two jobs, focus on the job that is more frustrating. There are hidden rewards in places that you have not been putting your time. So while you are in a pattern, be sure to focus on improving your weaknesses as well. It seems like your strengths are flowing well, but focus also on where your weaknesses lie. The Two of Pentacles. There may be a favorite car or someone you want to talk to, or a friend that you get along with. Might be an earth sign that you get along with. Shift to talking to someone who doesn't agree with you. While there are a lot of people who agree with you, you can learn so much more from the feedback of people who are difficult to have a back and forth with. If you are searching for growth, do what challenges you. Eight of Wands energy. So this is swiftness. This is a moment to pause and review the options. Make sure that whatever goal you are reaching towards is worth the time. Wow. I'm getting that these other wands are distractions. What you really want is your own fulfillment. Where you really want is scenery and focusing on what your fall is going to look like. Is what you're chasing, my cardinal flames, worth the effort now? And what difference will reaching this goal make for yourself in the fall and winter seasons when things typically slow down for you? card. Steady, steady. Frustration tends to feed my cardinal flames, but this is not the moment for it. Now is a time to account for the emotional well-being of not just yourself, but those around you. A leader with no follower is just taking a walk. This is not the time to just be taking a walk. Be sure that you are looking the people that care about you and that you care about in the eye and asking, are they all right? Emotional stability typically reflects back onto you. So be sure that you are looking out for people. That is a very important theme for the next upcoming weeks. Allowing people to vent, allowing people to confide in you, and being the support that we know that you are. And that concludes the reading for today. Thank you all for joining me. Goodbye.